Hey guys, I'm Zachary Gray, and today we're going to be out here on this road looking for some animals. You see this right here? This is where the #1 conflict between people and animals happens, on these roads. Animals come onto these roads and get hit all the time. Reptiles come on these to get heat, and they get hit, and mammals and other animals will just cross the roads and get hit all the time. So we're hoping to get to some of the wildlife before it gets hit by a car. Let's go. Lots of different reptiles like to get right up on roads to sun themselves, but more often than not, they end up getting hit by cars. Look at this. It's a dead copperhead. This is crazy. Alright, so what we have here, this is a little copperhead that got hit by a vehicle, crushed head, partly broken tail, and you can see this copperhead does not look normal. This is actually a striped copperhead. This is such a shame. It's actually pretty stiff, so I can pick it up without having any nerve problems. So you could see this. He's stiff. Look at that. Yep. Dead copperhead, striped copperhead. This is extremely rare. Something that you really never see. And this is a real shame to have something like this get hit by a vehicle. But we can actually see some of the up closes of it. So normally copperheads have that pattern with the hourglasses and the stripes and all those really cool patterns. This is a morph. This is a crazy morph that I've only seen a few times, a few pictures of. And this is extremely rare. A solid stripe down the back. Wow. Man, I would have loved to find this snake alive. Such a shame that this thing got hit. It's pretty little. You can still see actually on its broken tail, it still had a little bit of yellow. But wow, man, that is such a shame. Now, I'm not going to leave this here. Normally you would just throw this to the side or just leave it in the road, but I'm not going to do that. This is something that I really don't see too much. I've got this little Ziploc here, and I'm going to put it in this. This is something that I really feel like I have to document. This is very rare to see, and real bummer. Hopefully we can find a live one day, a striped live copperhead, because this is extremely rare, guys, but I'm going to keep it in there. Real bummer, but hopefully we'll find something that's alive today. Unfortunately, it's very common to see snakes dead in the road. But this next snake we found was still very much alive. Here we go, look! Copperhead! Look at that little fella. This is a copperhead. Check that out. Alright! Look at that, we got one. This is a live one. Look at that, he's balancing really nice right now. Alright, this is what they're supposed to look like. They have this hourglass pattern, and this was a really, really dark colored one. They have an hourglass pattern, unlike that striped one that we saw. And look at that. Now you can tell instantly that this is a copperhead by the banding and the head. They have a diamond-shaped head, and that's because they have venom glands in the side of their head. And it makes their head a lot bigger than a normal snake. Look at that. He's staying pretty calm right now. He's clearly warming up right now because of the sun. It's a pretty day. We've had a lot of cloud coverage the past couple days, so he's really enjoying the sunlight. And this is about an average size copperhead. He is really pretty. Look at that. He's really dark colored too. Most of them I find are really light colored. All right, we're gonna get off the road real quick because right now we are right on the road. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get him up with the snake hook. We're gonna go right over here. All right, now look at that. You can see on his neck right there, he's having a little bit of shed, and once that comes off, he's gonna be this bright, beautiful brown color. Beautiful brown color, but right now he's a lot darker because of that. And his head, you can see, is actually a lot brighter. Now these guys mostly prey on lizards, frogs, mice, anything that they can get a hold of, really. And this kind of snake is actually very opportunistic. I didn't know this for a while, but they will actually eat cicadas. Cicadas are those bugs that will get up in the trees and make that meh sound, and these guys will actually eat them while they're molting. That means when they're becoming an adult, this is when they eat them. Beautiful animal, but very dangerous. If you ever see one of these snakes, don't try to kill it, don't try to jump up to it or grab it or move it or anything like that. Leave it alone. They actually have a lighter venom. Now, don't get me wrong, this snake, if you are ever bitten by this snake, get to a hospital immediately. These guys have been known to kill people, and their venom is deadly. It's never a snake that you want to tease, mess with, or grab. I use the snake hook, and I'm keeping him very calm right now. to where he's not trying to bite at all, and he is just doing great for me right now. Now these guys have a hemotoxic venom, and that means that the venom destroys red blood cells, and it can actually cause amputations for limbs because of that. He's actually trying to get into the grass a little bit right now, and he's getting a little bit agitated with me actually. Now these guys have such amazing camouflage. That's actually a very dangerous aspect of copperheads, because people will step on them. They'll be walking around in the woods, and the copperhead feels it's safe enough to just be able to sit still, relax. It's camouflage. They can't see me at all. But people end up stepping on them, they end up biting people, and that's where the problems occur. Now, I actually really like how its shed skin is coming off a little bit on the neck right there, which is pretty cool. It's getting that lighter color. Maybe he'll have more of that off by the time we're done filming this. Now they will actually rattle their tail when they're agitated with you, and he's getting agitated. He's starting to look at me, he's cocking his head, and that's because I've been messing with him for quite a while now. He's not liking me, and he's like, okay, you're making me mad. Leave me alone already or I'll bite, and I'm not gonna give him any chances with that. Now these guys are very common in a lot of areas, and that's another thing that makes them very dangerous. Out in these country roads, you can see them quite often. They're very common to see, especially on rainy nights when they're eating frogs and toads and stuff. Very common to see out here. But the problem is when people misidentify other snakes for being copperheads. Broad-banded water snakes, diamondback water snakes, all those different snakes get confused with copperheads, and they're then killed because people think they're venomous. And that's my deal. I want people to be able to recognize this snake when they see it, know, okay, I need to leave this snake alone, it's deadly, and I need to back up. Beautiful animal. We're gonna get him back out where he belongs. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and if you did enjoy, definitely leave a like, and I will see you guys next time. All right.